One of the things that the court will look at, and you brought this up in your tape before, Sarah, there's been a busted lip, a black eye, a burn on the arm, bug bites. These are things that you've seen, correct?
Not personally.
I don't remember bringing all this.
You've seen the pictures of them.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of them. I didn't know what all of that was
Bella
from.
got a black eye at a babysitter. She was immediately removed from the babysitter and taken to another one. She fell on a piece of playground equipment and busted her lip. There's actually pictures that Cassie and Brett have of that day that they pulled out of my email. The burn on her wrist was an accident. It was my fault. I turned my back for 30 seconds. She reached up into a pot that I was cooking. It was an honest accident.
Okay, I have a question.
And then the bug bites, we were out at Cassie's farm.
Cassandra, did you make the CPS reports?
I made one report on Bronwyn. And that report was due to the fact that Bella had hit her head, and what she had told my mother, that my mother had called me, and so I called CPS to check it out. That's it. That's the only one.
And she says that she is her mom when she calls for that report, too.
And we got those pictures from you. Where did you get those pictures?
From Cassie and her family. Where did they come from?
From Cassie.
And how did you get the pictures, Cassandra?
I have accumulated so many things on Bronwyn since 2011. And yes, I did get into her email account at one time, and I did get into her Facebook at one time.
So you hacked
Bronwyn
in.
had come to my house several occasions and logged on to her information from my computer. So yeah, I nosed around it.
And took the pictures, you copied the pictures out of there?
No, not all of them. Some of them came from, I can't remember the upload server that was from. It's like Pixima or something like that. That's what I got a lot of them from.
Well, here's what Cassandra admitted in court documents. That one, that you had hacked Bronwyn's social media and stole private information, that you gave Brett Bronwyn's messages for the custody battle, that you called the cops on Thanksgiving and said Justin shot Bronwyn in the head, and that you located Bronwyn in Florida and gave Brett the address and paid for the flight, and that Bronwyn should not have physical custody because she is unfit. Now, those are the things that you admitted to in court. So you said that Justin had shot her in the head, and you did that. Why? Was this a ploy to try and find out exactly where she was located?
No.
But once you did know where she was located, after the wellness check, you gave that information to Brett so he could use that in order to actually serve the proper papers and get the child, correct?
I suspected where Bronwyn went. And so I gave him both of those addresses to try to have her served out.
And you were doing this because you were concerned for the child's welfare?
Yeah, this was completely about the child's welfare and actually my daughter's welfare.
Now, I've got to take a break here, but I want to give you a chance to respond to this. Do you use corporal punishment with this child?
No, we don't.
Actually, in our parenting plan at court, we were the only ones that submitted a parenting plan saying that we were not going to use corporal punishment.
So
They submitted
It
one.
should have went without saying.
We talked
No,
about it in
you
mediation.
don't have one in your plan, and your plan was adopted.
have you spanked this child?
No.
No.
Have you hit this child with a belt?
No, sir.
So my daughter's a liar.
So,
You coerced her.
so
I
you,
did, right.
so you've not hit the child with the belt at any time?
No,
ever?
absolutely not. I've never hit anyone with a belt in my life.
Okay, and you would be willing to take a polygraph to prove that?
Yes, I've never hit
Because
her
you
with a belt.
volunteered to do that?
Absolutely, never hit her with
Okay.
a belt in my life.